big body babes and mamas. Welcome to another video of bigger body prenatal yoga. You can do this. I'm in my second trimester. This is suitable for any trimester, and even other bigger bodies, whether you're pregnant or not. Our bellies get in the way sometimes, and I'm not ashamed of mine. I will show you how to work around it and work with it. Today we're going to start in a semi-standing position. I'll try to make this one a short one. Show you some adaptations that'll help get into some of those really tight spots, and as always, help us prepare ourselves for ease of labor and birth. Without further ado, let's get her done. Okay, so I moved a little bit so that I could show down dog on the couch, because not everybody has a ton of space. I'm one of them, and I'm sure there's plenty of you that are with me in this. So we're going to start by making some space in the mid and lower back here. And down dog can be challenging, period, particularly if you haven't had practice in yoga before. And also when you got some extra babe to deal with, to work with, let's put it that way. All right, so we'll start close, and you can do it on the couch, you can do it on a desk or any other counter surface. It's fine. You can do it against the wall or a bookcase, but I'm going to show it to you here. All right, so we'll have our feet close by, about hip width apart, close to the edge to start. We'll put our palms down, finding some integrity through our fingertips and the flesh in this L shape here. Okay, and here we'll push up and out, find length in the back, and then slowly step backwards. Okay, now as we're stepping backwards, we're sticking our booties up like we're going to the club or something. We're putting the booties up and back. Okay, so we want to make a long line from the tailbone. Let's see. From the tailbone to the crown of the head. Nice long line there. As well as from the heels to the tailbone. That doesn't mean lock your knees out. You want to have a nice little bend here. Again, push out from the fingertips. Oh, I can feel this so much today. And you can imagine like the ceiling and wall, that crease where the corner where the ceiling and wall meet. That's where you want to send your butt, up in that direction. While you're here, just breathe. And if you need more space for your belly or baby, just I almost said spread them. A little funky here today. All right. Just widen your stance a little bit more. You can still get a benefit from this. And breathe into the back body. Nice, big, deep, full breaths. And we don't want to drop baby. We don't want to drop this like this. Well, you can, I guess. But that'll get back here, not your back. Okay, so we want to make sure that we have that lengthening from crown to tail. Use that breath to make space between the ribs. Lengthening the spine. Nice, complete inhales and exhale. All right. And then to come out of this, we'll slowly bring our legs back to center, closer together, that is, and then walk on up. Okay, from here, I think we'll turn the toes out. See, can you see that? We'll turn the toes out, and you can be, I don't know, maybe almost a foot away from the edge of wherever you are, even if you're on a wall. Okay, we're going to turn the toes out slightly and start to sink down into a squat, deep squat. Okay, now you have something to hold on to here or lean up against if you need it. If you don't, that's fine. Go ahead and move around if you need to. Make some space in the hips. Let's try to put the fingertips down if you are ready for that. If you're not, don't worry about it. Another day. We're just going to respect our bodies, where they're at today, what they're capable of. I mean, we're always capable of anything and everything, but you gotta start somewhere, right? So give yourself credit for doing that. This is a great position to make space in the hips and to lengthen the spine in preparation for labor. And for anything, really. Our culture doesn't spend much time down here, but many other cultures do. All right. And I also want to say, while we're down here, if you're getting fatigued, that's fine. You can come down to a comfortable seat. I'm going to stay here for another probably 30 seconds. I know that there's concern for some people about the relaxin coursing through the body. One of the hormones that helps relax the ligaments in our body in preparation in making space for a growing baby and in preparation for labor and delivery. And the third trimester is probably going to be the most amount of it, the bigger concentration of it coursing through our bodies. But and some people are really concerned about that and overstretching. That is a concern, but if you can train yourself to respect your body and its own limitations and listen to the signals it gives you when it's not feeling good, you'll be fine. Okay, and let's slowly come out of this. To do that, you can either use your hands. Let's do this. Stick your butt up. Okay, and we're going to drop our hands, let them hang to a forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Again, making space in the low back here. Let the head hang loose. Maybe shake it yes and no. Again, bend the knees as much as you want or need. It'll change where you feel it. So maybe try it out. See which one feels best for you. Okay, down here, and then we'll drop the hips a little bit lower, and then slowly, using the fingertips to graze the legs, we'll slowly roll up. And I'm going to disappear the upper half of my body for a minute, and then I'll pause it and resituate. Roll slowly all the way up. Okay. P.S. on the relaxing note, my osteopath, who does osteopathic manipulation therapy on me while I'm pregnant, says that it's really good time to get out some old injuries if you consistently stretch and move during pregnancy. But respect your body, always. Okay, let's move around. I'll meet you in a comfortable seat, either sitting on a bolster or the floor, or a folded up blanket. All right, here we are in a seated posture. I'm using my bolster. As you can tell, this helps tilt my pelvis a little bit forward. So it's a little bit more manageable for me, particularly in this pregnant state, to sit here for extended periods of time. And it's also easier on my ankles. My feet don't fall asleep. Just a little tidbit there. And so we're here, and your feet don't need to be all the way in. They can be out in front of you. That's totally fine. Again, let's take this time to learn our bodies and learn to respect them in a whole new light. Okay, so here we'll take a nice deep breath, shrugging the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, drop them down inside. Good. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale and shrug as high as you can go. And exhale and sigh. There we go. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of torso rotations here to just, work out a little bit of the kinks in the spinal column and the side body. It's a, yeah. Yeah, it's a yeah. Okay. Let's begin by imagining that we're like a string of beads here, from the pelvic bowl to baby to chest, throat, and head. Okay, so let's see if we can imagine those in a nice, comfortable alignment. There, sitting nice and tall. Okay, that might mean that you pull baby in, or that you pull your belly in a little bit. Whatever that means to you, totally fine. Okay, so now we're sitting nice and tall. Let's move. I'm going to just use the torso. We'll go in some nice circles. You'll start to feel it probably real quick. Okay, and as you come back, here, I'll do it from the side so you can see how keep going if you got it down already. I'm going to arch kind of like that through the shoulders. As you come through, you're going to shine the chest forward. We'll do this a little bit on each side. We'll change direction here in a little while. Maybe consider thinking about pressing the hips down towards the ground, especially when you're off to the side. I'm going to turn the other way again. And these movements, I know some of them can be challenging, and that's okay. That's okay to be challenged. Your baby's going to challenge you. Life is going to challenge you. It's a good thing to become resilient and adaptive to challenge. Just as important as it is for you to know where your boundary and your edge, your cliff face is. It's okay to look over the edge as long as you remember to come back when it starts to feel too uncomfortable or really just uncomfortable. You can push yourself. But go safely beyond. Oh, we changed directions, by the way. Y'all, I had coffee today, which I haven't really had much coffee since I've been pregnant. This baby did not like it in the beginning. But I haven't been sleeping well. I actually had some coffee today, and I'm just a little bit wired. Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to our seated position. All right, we're going to do a little bit of work to open up the chest. This one, save in your toolbox for when you're nursing or feeding baby, or even just carrying. It's really good to open up the chest and the shoulders. Yeah, let me show you how it's done. All right, so we'll turn the palms face up, reach the fingertips out wide, draw up to about shoulder height, draw the elbows down, W, bring those palms together and look down. While your chin's still to the chest, draw the palms behind and bring them up together towards the sky. Look up, separate your palms and draw your elbows down wide, cactus arms. Okay. All right, so that's the stance, or that's the flow. Couple things. Let's try not to shine too far. We'll try to keep it in a little bit. And the top here, let me show you a little bit more. So the top, we'll bring it goes down together. Drop the chin to chest. Hands around together and then up. Yeah, and back down. Okay, so we'll do a couple of those. Just paying attention to whatever tight spaces we notice. Maybe we even feel it in the back of the neck. Ooh. Y'all, it took me about 4 years for my body to recover from the last birth. There were a lot of things that I was unaware of, either because my doctors didn't share them with me or they didn't know either. I've found a combination of shadow work, which is what I call everything that is kind of intangible when you work on yourself. Osteopathic manipulation therapy, physical therapy, and yoga. All of these things combined is what I believe has helped me gain back my pelvic floor, like the entire womb space to heal up, and also help me to find some space in my shoulder. From 6+ months of breastfeeding and preferentially carrying on one side, I guess. Lots of things. Emotions get stuck in your body too, and it's funny how they cause all kinds of things. All right, we'll come back to our seat and we'll do a little bit of leg work before we finish up today. I'm going to just reframe this. Okay, I'm going to come off my bolster. We're going to go into a wide-legged seated posture. I want everybody, let's not try to make the biggest V we can. Not a competition. I'm going to leave this here just for video purposes, right? Or if you have one, you can use it here because it'll be nice to maybe lean up against too as well to get a deeper stretch. Okay, so I could probably go a lot bigger, but this is where I start to feel some stuff and I can sit comfortably up. So that's where I'm going to stop. If you're right here, cool. That's you, girl. Roll with it. Okay, so we're here and we're going to engage the toes. Flex the feet so that the toes are pointing up to the ceiling or to you. Okay. All right, so we're using our legs here. Okay, and now we're going to lift up and out. Lift from the pelvis. Yes. Be maybe slightly strengthening for some of y'all. Here we are. You can put your hands off to the side to stabilize if you like. You can put your hand here. I like to use my fingertips to kind of help give me some support. And we're going to stay here for a couple minutes. Engaging the legs, kind of drawing down through through the thighs. Yeah, we're gonna press these bad boys, these tic ties down into the ground while we engage flex the feet. Okay, lifting up and out. Might be a little bit challenging, like I said, and if it's not, it's fine. Maybe you want to start bending forward to get a little bit of a stretch. We'll all join the stretching position in a little bit, but for now we're just going to work on the stability aspect of this posture. Because, as I believe, strength, mobility, and gosh, what was the other one that I had listed? I just had it right there. Probably sunk down into my uterus like the rest of my brain did. Relaxation are all critical points for a good pregnancy, an efficient labor, birth, and of course, parenting. I need all them things. Just keep breathing through this. Some of you might be feeling it, particularly right here or in the backs of the legs, maybe even in the midsection. That's fine. Like we talked about our edges, let's challenge ourselves. Just take a couple more deep breaths. Let's all send a nice big breath to baby. Or to your organs, whichever one. All of them. There we go. Okay. Now we are going to draw our hands in front of us. Bolster, pillow, block, floor. Either one. Okay, and we're going to slowly, hinging from the hips. Okay, we're not going to bend here. We're going to bend here, like we're tilting. Okay, we want to bring baby with us. Not give him less space. Him or her, whatever it is. Okay, we're going to slowly ease our way down to wherever you start to really feel it. So if you slept like trash last night, you might be feeling it real quick. If you've been struggling through your pregnancy, you might be feeling it real quick. It's all right. You can take a moment to thank yourself for taking the time to give your body what it needs. And by the way, those things, shadow work, osteopathic manipulation therapy, pelvic floor physical therapy, and yoga, all those things, and maybe some other variables in my life. I don't know. I haven't quite figured it out. I'm also a student. I'm a bioengineering and yoga teacher training student right now. Graduating soon, like 3 weeks before this party animal comes out. Yeah, I'm due on New Year's Eve. Anyway, I remember one night doing some shadow work after almost a year of working with all those healing mechanisms, methods, whatever you want to call them. I remember just feeling something exit, just feeling a feeling or loosening in my pelvic bowl. And I have never experienced painful menstruation like I did before then. That was it. It left me. It was like endometriosis. Just how that happened, I haven't quite figured it out, but I'm on a mission to look really critically at what I have done over the last year and a half so that I can share it. That's my mission with Jensa Wellness, is to help women with crappy periods and to rebuild the postpartum womb space. Because that was a big challenge for me, and I didn't think there were that great of resources with my OB-GYN alone. It took me 4 years, like I said. Okay. If you haven't already, maybe consider dropping the chin to the chest and seeing what that extra space does for you. We'll slowly moving from the hips. Slowly come back, trying to keep the spine in one line as we move back up. All right, and we're going to get into a little bit more of the side body before we finish up here. Move this out of the way. Okay, let's draw the right leg, right heel into your hoo-ha space. All right, and we'll kind of turn towards the left toes that are still looking up to the ceiling. Right up. We'll reach up with the arms, hinge forward again at the hips. Dang, I'm tight today. And start to move, drop the arms out to the outside of the left leg. Holy cow. I'm super tight. You should be feeling something right here in the back side body of the right side. Maybe drop the neck, see what that feels like. See if maybe you can go a little deeper into the stretch as you breathe, only if it's comfortable, all right? Respect your body and its limits. And what it says to you. We all gotta remember how to listen to that voice inside. All right, then we'll bring the right hand on the inside and come all the way down. Come down further, wherever is comfortable. Getting into a little bit more of the mid-back. All right. And we'll slowly drawing baby and belly up to protect our back. Come our way up. Oh. Human. All right, let's switch sides. I'm grateful for it. Okay, again, we'll just twist our torso to face that right foot. Lengthen the spine, arms up, hinging from the hips. Dropping the arms down when you start to feel the stretch. My goodness, you probably feel it. Maybe you feel it in here, like me. It's a little intense for me today. So I'm gonna stay up high. It's amazing how different my flexibility was before like 12 weeks of vomiting compared to now. Maybe drop the neck if you're ready for that or want to. You might feel the stretch all the way from the shoulder down to the hip. Maybe, and if the hip's starting to come up, just imagine drawing it down, like sinking it into the ground. A little bit of opposition here, pulling arm, shoulder this way, and then drawing the knee and the hip down the other direction. And then we'll turn forward, look forward, and start to drop. Drop in. Breathing completely. Right, and then again, slowly drawing baby and belly in and up. We'll make our way back to seated. Okay, and we'll meet on the floor for just a couple more, and we'll be done for the day. Well, here at least. All right, we're going to do a number 4 stretch. This is a reclined pigeon. If you're familiar with yoga postures. I will say, if this doesn't feel good for you, don't do it, right? This can be a challenge for some women laying on their back, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a shorter one, just cause I get a little uncomfortable. All right, let's get down there. All right, if you're joining me with this, cool. If you're not joining me here, let's see. Why don't you go into fire log? Okay. Here, I'll show you the alternative if you're not going to come down and do the number 4. Maybe your legs like this. Totally cool. You can use a pillow to support yourself if you need to. Fine. We're all at different places. Every day is a little bit different too. It doesn't matter. You are who you are. Be proud. Okay, anyway, so you're here. Start to feel it in the hip. You can do a little bit of lean. Maybe do a little bit of rotation, or you could just come forward. Investigate. Okay, I want to do that on each side. For those of you that are joining me, I'll meet you back down on the floor. Okay, and we will first, let's do a little pelvic tilt just so that we get the right, so that we can find more comfort. We're going to tilt the pelvic bowl like we're spilling water down onto our feet, lifting up in the low back. Okay, see that? And then we'll bring it back. All right. So from here, we'll bring the feet in, lift the right leg up to the sky, and then cross it over. Okay. From here, we're going to draw the knees in. Well, one knee. Okay, and this is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be with the baby. So I'm probably only going to be here for a little bit. Last time I did this, I was not this large, which is fine. Maybe this feels good for some people. Actually feels kind of good for me too. Okay, and I think we'll just do a quick switch here. Draw heel up to the sky and then drop it over across the other knee. And come up and grab. You don't want to grab on top of the knee. That's not a good place. You don't want to put too much compression there. Okay, and then we'll let her go. We're gonna tilt the pelvis to the toes again. Ready? Inhale. And then exhale. We're going to draw up into a low bridge. Okay. This should help out with a little bit of back pain too. Okay. Then we're going to exhale. We're going to go one vertebrae at a time. Ooh, try. And then let the pelvis tilt back. Tilt forward, not back. Inhale, and then exhale. We'll draw it up. One vertebrae at a time, slowly. You don't need to go high. This is not a competition. We're just going to go, just lift it up. Okay? Inhale, and then exhale. One vertebrae at a time. Oh. It's a little challenging for me to do. I haven't done it in a while. Okay, let's do it again. And some of these very simple movements can be very helpful in mediating round ligament pain too. Okay? Just a little bit goes a long way. I was having some serious round ligament pain, and my doula suggested doing some Pilates type abdominal exercises. Okay, what we're going to do is swing the hips to the right and then drop both knees over like this. Whoo-wee! Feel that? Um, you can look or not look, just however you feel. I put my hands in a cactus pose. Anyway, since my doula suggested that, they've been gone. It took me like I did maybe a week. I did just like literally a couple what do you call it, bridge postures and cat cows and like a knee plank. It worked. It's part of that strengthening, ladies. Maybe look the other way if it feels comfortable for you. It's up to you. Okay, and then on an inhale, draw the belly and baby up, and we'll come back to the center. Okay, come to center. Now we're gonna swing the hips to the left, draw the knees up, and drop over to the other side. So if you've ever done supine twist before, that'll get more into the lower back. This one I find, and maybe it's just because I've been pregnant, it really helps with the mid back even more. When you do the two-legged one, it's becoming more and more challenging as I grow. So y'all can stay in that position, or I'm going to show you, or other people who aren't enjoying that position, another option. So you can use a bolster or a pillow. Just put it right beside you. Okay. You have your, leg extended, top leg bent, and then draw over. Let it rest on the pillow. Okay, that's another option available to you to do. Get a twist in your back for some relief. Okay. All right, and then we'll all meet in a comfortable lying down position, whatever that means to you. Maybe you have the bolster under your knees, or maybe you have nothing and you're on your back, just in a corpse pose, or maybe you're on your side with your knee up on a pillow. And maybe, depending on how you're feeling, maybe you're a little more jazzed up and you want to just finish out seated. Totally fine. All right, do what you does, gal. All right, I'm gonna finish like this because I am jazzed. But let's take a moment to sink in. Breathe deeply. Just noticing how our body feels after we treated it so well. Take a moment to thank yourself. Maybe let's put our hand on our heart and truly share some gratitude here. If you've never done this, maybe it feels awkward or even silly, but I encourage you to think outside the box here. Expand your horizons. Look over that edge we talked about. While you rest your hand on your heart and tell yourself, thank you. For taking the time to take care of me, to take care of my baby. Know that whenever you take care of yourself, you are taking care of your baby, you are taking care of your family, you're taking care of everyone you love when you take care of yourself. We are all better able to give when our cup is full. Release your hand, and we'll draw the palms together wherever you are, at the heart, the third eye, and then bow slightly. Thank you for joining me today. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the day. Take care.